Hello everyone, welcome to Mosaic Minds. We have returned. I'm your host Vince, alongside my best pal.
Who am I again? Tristan, everybody.
Say your name and then tell you read your name.
Yeah, right, I had to type it out first.
How do I spell my name again?
What's my name? Who am I? Who are you? What do you want with my teddy bear?
Where's my scotch as well?
I love a good bottle of scotch.
Nothing goes down like a good Dean Martin song and some scotch.
I wouldn't say Dean Martin. I would go with Tragically Hip myself.
Well, oh, you don't like Dean Martin?
I don't even know who Dean Martin is.
He's a musician. He's a swing musician.
I know the name, I just can't remember who he is.
Musician.
Oh, I got that much!
He's saying, that's Amore.
What do you want from me? The nice and accurate prophecies of Tristan Lewis?
Maybe. That should be your first book. The Nice and Wonderful Philosophies of Tristan Lewis. The second book.
I said prophecies, not philosophies.
Oh, Prophecies of Tristan Lewis. Second book.
Excuse me.
The horrible ideas and prophecies of Tristan Lewis.
Exactly.
And you sell it in an anthology. You sell it in like this twin book thing. Like Karma Trissa.
The Karma Trista would be full of so many different pickup lines you'd make your head spin. You would spin like The Exorcist.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell. You start vomiting everywhere. Actually, Tris, you wanted something funny?
Oh, I love to know things that are funny.
I was playing GTA 5, and I've been now a fan, actually.
It finally took you long enough.
You know, sound of fans addicting, I can't really stop playing. Actually, I was playing that before I even started this. I love Trevor and Michael, but, anyway, back to what I was going to talk about.
Excuse me.
Your excuse. I love how they always talk about the Illuminati and all those.
Oh, yeah.
I find it hysterical because it's just such a social commentary on how real life is. It's just it's so funny how it is.
Well, that's what I was explaining to you on an earlier episode we did, how GTA, like, ever since GTA 4, it's just become a social satire. Like, if you listen to the radio stations, they just make fun of social society.
I know, they do. It's very funny how remember it was like one where it's like the British girl on the pop station.
Oh god, Non-Stop Pop. I love Non-Stop Pop.
Same here. And she's like, I can only say wanka to you, so don't be a wanka. Something like that. It's funny.
Oh, I love GTA, and I love all of its quotes.
The only thing that's actually made my brother did a successful military invasion yesterday.
Oh, dude, I do those all the time.
It's hard. No, because it's the first time we ever did it actually successful. We always die midway before we get a chance. We do the car trick. We do all this. The only way how we actually ever did a full-scale good attack was he was in a buzzard. The only way how I count victories if we steal a vehicle.
Yeah.
And we're not the right level to spawn tanks yet.
Yeah.
So he deploys me. I run to a jet, fly off in the jet because I'm the best. Because I'm a plane pilot, but I can't drive for shit.
That's ironic.
Yeah, isn't it? And I fly up and I hope and I dodge missiles and try not to get hit, and I go as high as I can go, land international. Safe. My brother, ironically, comes back in a smoking buzzard. It's like, you're welcome. Here comes my door. My dog's about to be opened. Anyway. That's what I was talking about. But it's just a good social commentary how they're talking about all the secret society stuff, especially the UFOs and all that. It's very, very funny. Actually, Tris, what do you think of the whole alien thing? You think it's going to be DLC for it? What?
Sorry, what?
I feel like you're slightly drunk, so I can't ask you these kind of questions.
Well, no, it's not that you can't ask me those kinds of questions, whatever it was. It's that I was reading top 10 most hilarious GTA 5 quotes, and one was from Franklin saying, "I'm not stoned at all. Hell no, not at all. Completely not stoned. I'm completely stoned. I'm straight. Completely straight. I could do anything. Shit, I could be a brain surgeon. Brain surgery? I could do that. I should have been a surgeon. That's what I should have been. Or the ever more popular, maybe if you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you'd get some bitches on your dick. Anyway, you were saying?
I love the game for that one reason. They always bitch me. I never changed the haircut. I love Franklin's hair. It just looks fine. I don't want to change it.
It does look fine. Looks just fine.
Unless people tell me he looks like a microphone. Anyway, so the UFOs.
Sorry, can I interrupt you one more time?
Go ahead, buddy.
Trevor Phillips to Franklin's mom. Well, hello there, beautiful. Here.
I just finished that mission.
Hands over some money. Go buy yourself something nice. This is $7. I said something nice, not something expensive.
You greedy ass cow, out of my face.
Fucking hold off GTA 5. It's brilliantly written.
It is. I love it entirely. Just for how silly but how serious they are. Like
exactly.
Michael separation.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of the dialogue you could actually take a lot of lessons from.
Like well, there's like a main dialogue to.
I always put subtitles on just to see how it's written, like in text form.
I do that all the time too. It's just easier for me to read.
I know. Like even when watching TV shows, a lot of the time I'll put on subtitles. Even though I'm listening to it a lot of the time, I'll read the subtitles occasionally. And be like, how did they write that?
Because I think that's a writer thing. You know, you always turn on the subtitles. If you're a lazy writer like me, who can read but has the attention span of a 4-year-old with ADD and ADHD and is also a crackhead.
Yeah.
You can't pay attention for that long. I mean, I can read short stories. I can't read novels. Because I keep thinking, alright, this is going to be in it, this is going to be in it, this is going to be in it. And I close the book and never touch it again.
That's a shame.
But then, like, I read a short story, I'm like, alright, this will be in it. Read. Oh, that's where it is. Ha-ha! Brilliant! Anyway. But, yeah, it's something I can do. My phone's going off. Anyway, Chris, have you ever read a short story by Isaac Asimov? Or as you like to say,
Asimov.
I can't say his name right. His full name, you had to name Isaac. Isaac. Say the A there. What's funny is that, did you ever read the story, The Last Question?
No, I didn't actually. The story you sent me recently, I've been meaning to read. It's just I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Whenever you get a chance to read it, it's real. I don't want to spoil it. When you read it, you have to tell me because that's what we'll talk about in the show. For those who don't know, Tris, you might want to put earmuffs on.
I can't do that. I'm wearing earphones.
All right.
Unless you want me to blast some music into my own ears, then I can do that. For like 4 minutes.
4 minutes before we pass out drunk.
No. I'll be fine.
Actually, wait. What about that song of Montreal? What's that song that song recently that I've been listening to a lot?
Chemicals, I think it is. Or no, it's
of Montreal.
Heimsdall Gate, like a Promethean curse.
Yes, that the longest title for a musician thing.
No, trust me, it's not. They do longer titles.
Or the semi-long title. Anyway.
Yeah.
Long, short title. But it's actually a pretty good song. For those who ever never get a chance to listen to it, they should.
I agree. A lot of Montreal's lyrics are actually very brilliant. Like, for example, one song that I can think of right off the bat is, and I'm looking at the lyrics to be like absolutely sure, but I know the name of the song. Cato as a Pun is another song that I constantly listen to.
I haven't heard that one yet.
It's extremely good. It's kind of like almost electronic-y, but I don't know. It's pretty interesting.
When you first sent me it, I heard the blast of electronic music. I'm like, does Tris like dubstep slightly?
I do like dubstep, actually, depending on what it is.
From where I get off of you, I see you as more like a guy who would sit in a study in a suit reading thousands of Bible books. Not Bible, but, like books about the size of a real Bible. And then have a game controller that's all covered in dust.
Yeah, seriously. But no, one lyric, rather like a paragraph of lyrics from Kato is a pun from of Montreal is, I can't even pretend that you're my friend. What has happened to you and I? And don't say that I have changed, because man, of course I have.
It's the same, though.
It's a depressing lyric. Yeah, it's a depressing lyric, but it's brilliant. Because it is very true. Exactly, like, it's extremely true.
It's actually pretty strange, because when you meet people in life, for those who don't know, this great life philosophy that's been around them ever since they've been conceived, or, well, whatever, ever since you came into fucking existence, we'll keep it as that, right? We'll simplify thousands of fucking theories and all that shit into one little word, existence. Anyway, so essentially, when you have friends who come to you and go into your life, you've changed, essentially. Like, if me and Trish stopped talking entirely, we both definitely have changed.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you and I had stopped talking for a year or so, let's say, like, you know, I could be in an entirely different place in my career, and you could be, I don't know, you could be a fucking meth addict, like, who knows?
Exactly.
And things would be different, and we would both be sitting there being like, what the fuck happened to this guy?
Yeah, I mean, I met up with some friends recently, like with my pal. I have a friend named George. Okay.
Excuse me, everyone.
Your excuse. And what's happened is that ever since, because he goes to ROTC, which is the military training program kind of thing in my school. They have that all across America, but it's essentially preparation for military Marines and all that jazz. And my friend George changed, essentially. We don't hang around him a lot because we have different classes, but he kind of changed. Like, before, he was not as robotic as I thought he was. You know, he's not very... He's semi-robotic, but he wasn't that kind of a conformist. That's why I hung out with him, because he was very cool, very relaxed. He's still relaxed, it's just that he's more into, I should be in the army, I should do this, I should do that, shape my head, you know... I'm like, my God, what happened to you, you robot? I'm not saying, like, anyone in the military is a robot. I'm saying, like, to him, because I've known him for such a long time. He essentially wanted to be like that robot kind of thing.
Yeah, like a fucking super soldier kind of deal, right?
Captain America, essentially.
Fucking Captain America is like my least favorite hero, alongside Superman.
I don't like Captain America mainly because he's genetically modified and he's not a real hero. If you can... Listen, what he took was steroids.
Is he really genetically modified?
What?
Is he genetically modified?
Yeah. In the main comic, they gave him super soldier serum. Super soldier serum. Oh man, white guy.
I'm old man, white guy. I'm gonna free your country. What?
So see what happened to the story before we go off topic. He gets injected with some super soldier serum.
Oh, you're right. Super soldier serum. That's actually what it's called.
They're very creative nowadays. I love when creators are just that blatantly obvious what it is. Cancer cure. Dick sucker. Okay, that makes sense.
I will cure you of cancer. Hey. Here you are. Cure for cancer. Alright, that'll be $10 million.
I don't have that money. Well, let me give you cancer then.
Like that.
Oh, God!
By the way, random thing. Did you hear about what recently happened to Canada's favorite pop star, and I mean everyone except for me, their favorite pop star, Justin Bieber?
Yes, I have. My friends won't stop talking about it, and it makes me slowly want to murder them, but that's a different story for a different time.
Okay, well, for those of you listeners that don't know, Justin Bieber apparently was caught arrested for doing a drag race after he quarantined the road with two of his friends' SUVs. And when the police finally arrested him, he had, I think it was alcohol, marijuana, and some other crazy drug in his system.
Bath salts!
No, I don't think it was bath salts, because he would have eaten his friend's face off. Ta-da.
Well,
nonetheless, I'm actually quite happy because he might actually be sentenced to 6 months in jail.
Hopefully. I think he got bailed out. I don't know.
Oh, right, yeah, he did pay his own bail because it was only like $25,000, and I just sit there thinking, like, what the fuck? Like, why would you fine this guy $25,000 when he has, like, millions of dollars at his disposal? Like, that's nothing to him.
It's like a quarter to him. Like, it's a napkin.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he can fucking wipe his face, or even fucking wipe his ass off with, like, $25,000. Can you just be like, yeah, fuck, waste $25,000, I'm just...
It's just that what they should have done is just that they should have let him stay 6 months in jail. I mean, this guy needs the ass fucking. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
you're this reckless. You need to get fucked up in the ass. I'm sorry.
It's not that. Because if you think of it, like, a lot of child stars, Rupert Grint, Daniel Radcliffe, and Emma Watson not included, because they've actually done very well for themselves being child stars. But a lot of child stars end up, like, they grow up as this child star, and so their own identity is faced by what the media sees them as. So the trouble is, and apparently a lot of his agents are talking about this, beepers, that is, they're talking about getting him off the stage for like 5 years or so that he can figure out who the fuck he is before he starts doing all this shit. Because right now, you have a 21-year-old who has billions of dollars and is just like, well, whatever, I'm bored.
Indeed. It's just, listen, I took time off from, just basically doing anything, found myself essentially, or some entity of myself. It's not that hard. I mean, just take some time alone. But, this guy's too busy being an asshole about things. I mean, he's become the asshole. Like, I don't know if it's... For every guy out there, or any girl, really, we'll keep it as that.
Anybody.
Any human being with a form of consciousness.
Because we hope that those are the ones that listen to our show.
Not some anthropomorphic aliens, no.
If anthropomorphic aliens listen to this show, please send, like, some crazy fucking broadcast to us one day and be like, hey, we want to contact Earth, but we totally don't know how to do it.
And we want to use your shitty podcast? Okay!
Yeah, exactly. We'll support that shit.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah, and it's aliens, too. We love aliens.
I love aliens. Actually, I heard a theory recently. This is really off topic, but I mean, Mosaic Minds is like that, right?
It's Mosaic Minds. It's not standalone topic minds.
Yeah.
Narrow-minded minds.
Reminded Minds. That would be an interesting title for a show.
Sure.
Sorry. Anyway. So what I was going to say is, there's a theory I heard recently that Earth and all of the humans are really just a huge science project that are developed by, like, some alien. Oh, did we already talk about this?
It was slightly different. No aliens, just God. It was just a science fair thrown from God.
Yeah, pretty much. And one thing that I've read of recently is a lot of people that are like Bible thumpers, for example, think that good and evil and the whole devil, God, the whole deal thing. They think it's like some whole just cosmic chess game, right? The way I look at it is, I think if God were an entity and were, like, capable of thought and whatnot, because I'm assuming he would be,
for the goddamn human race,
yeah, exactly. I just created the universe in 7 days, no big deal.
Yeah. First, but then I smoked all the opium.
Which I created. I decided I wanted something to relax me. That's what I made. But anyway, like, one thing I thought of is, I think that if God really were to be like, hey, I want human beings just to be absolutely perfect and magical and fairy-like and shit, he would not have let the devil give us the apple of the knowledge of good and evil and whatnot. Like, he wouldn't have given us the ability to make our own decisions and be like, oh, is there a God? Is there not a God? Like, if that wasn't part of his plan, or its plan, like, they wouldn't have done it.
Exactly. But what's funny is that I love to hear how people think, there's a little theory, again, we're going off topic again, back to aliens, but I love to hear from people who are like, oh, we probably were created by aliens. Listen, there's only two things humans are ever really good at. Let's be honest here. Fucking and war. Can we Can we all agree on that? Really? We can all.
Fucking in war? Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Tris. I sent you and 40 women and another 39 guys. You people can just populate the entire planet Mars within 29 years.
Yeah, provided I lay with each and every woman. Yeah.
And the other 39 guys do the same. And exactly, populate the entire planet.
Sure,
like that.
You know, why not, right?
No, a gigantic orgy.
Orgies.
Like,
sounds like a thing I'd be interested in. Going back a little bit to God and whatnot. There was a science article I read yesterday, which I think you'd be interested in, and I think a lot of our listeners would be interested in it. Those of you that are still listening by this point. Apparently, scientists have pretty much proven through quantum theory that the soul, and indeed the afterlife, is actually a thing. In other words, you don't have to be afraid to die anymore.
Why would I have to be afraid to die?
Because that's a normal human instinct of, oh fuck, I'm going to die.
There's something to be scared of. I mean, I'm too firmly planted in spirituality to really give a shit if I'm going to die or not.
What the fuck was I Googling again?
Some quantum mechanic majigmabobby.
Not even. I don't fucking know anymore.
Dress is slightly drunk, everyone, if you haven't realized this.
Really? They only just noticed?
No, they don't notice, I'm saying. They didn't notice. I'm pointing out the obvious in case they didn't notice. People are not very analytical, you know?
Some people are not very analytical. I'd like to think that our listeners are pretty analytical. Aren't you, you pretty little listeners? Oh, yes you are. Yes you are.
It's $7. Get yourself something nice.
Yes. And you know what? Aside from $7 to get yourself something nice, here's $10 to go for a movie. Now leave me and the host alone.
Turn off the laptop now. Just gave me imaginary mosaic mind dollars.
Don't spend it all in one place. Just go everywhere. I hope you do.
Oh God. Better yet, give those imaginary mosaic mind dollars to a homeless man.
That reminds me. Oh my god. One of my buddies at work recently told me that they're doing their basic course now, and they told me that one of the people on their course is named Private Bacon. So I made up like a little scenario in my head when they told me that, and I died laughing, and they're like, why are you laughing so hard? And I told them, if I was an instructor on that course, during inspection, I would walk up to that guy and be like, Private Bacon, is it? Oh, I will just, I'm just going to take you into that tent, and I'm just going to gobble you up.
Gay Dave's here, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Like, fucking next day, the guy fucking, like, releases, and it's just like, fuck this, the armor's not for me. Fuck it on me.
The gay equivalent to, what is it, the gay equivalent to Navy stereotypes. That's what you're talking about. Anyway, so how long do we have left? Oh, we have about 6 minutes left or so.
Really? Doesn't feel like it.
Stress, you're drunk. When you wake up tomorrow, this will all seem like a minute.
Probably.
Just make sure you don't hold on while you lay down.
I swear, like, a lot of those pictures that you see of, like, trucks crashing and whatnot, and people being like, truck driver, go home, you're drunk. Eventually I'm gonna look at that one day and be like, yep, that was me one day. one day. Like, I'm
in the military truck.
No, not even. Like, it'll be like one of those fateful days where it'll be so stereotypically Canadian. Like, all I've been smoking a cigarette, being really drunk, and operating a chainsaw.
Wearing a flannel jacket with a hunting hat.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, I'll fucking, like, run into a fucking igloo and kill a family and their polar bear. Or whatever.
Polar bear. With the moose dying in the back.
Yeah, seriously. There are actually some Americans that honestly believe that we all live in igloos. It actually disgusts me.
Listen, they're a civilized nation as well. That's why it's called Canada.
No, I think it's called Canada because it might have been the name of the village that they first approached. And
Really? That's it. I always thought it was something different. I always thought it was like...
Apparently, one of the reasons that it's called Canada is because this fucking Brit dude came over with his whole fucking crew, and he ran into a native. And he was like...
Ran into an igloo?
Yeah, he was like, what do you call this beautiful land? And the native was like, we call it Canada. And the guy was like, oh, Canada. That's a beautiful name for this country. And his first mate was like, sir, I think he meant the village. I don't think he meant the entire place. And the guy's probably just like, no, don't be preposterous, Sir Griswold. Of course it's the entire country.
Look, have you seen how beautiful the land is? Great new red coats and moose hunting guns.
Yeah, and all the natives.
Bacon hunting.
And all the natives are just sitting there like, oh my god, what have we brought here?
I'm mad, British man. No.
You know what? Before we actually go on with it, I'm actually going to look it up. So apparently, go figure. The name of Canada has been in use since the earliest European settlement in Canada, with the name originating from a First Nations word, Kanata, or Canada, for settlement, village, or land.
So, how does it feel to live in settlement, village, or land?
Oh, it feels awesome. I love living in my settlement, village, or land. The point is, apparently my story was not historically inaccurate.
It's like, that's funny now, because when America's like, we're gonna invade Canada, you're gonna be like, no. It's settlement, village, or land!
We shall occupy this settlement, village. It might be land, I'm not so sure.
The contemplating general, that's what you are.
Christoph, what do you think? Well, sir, I think it might be a village. No, you're a silly little private, I'm not going to listen to you, it's totally the country. But, sir, I really think it might be... No, you're ridiculous.
No, you're not getting it right. It's this place called land. You see that village over there? That's what we are. You see this place? It's called a settlement. Settlement, village, or land. Canada. Someone give me my whiskey. Actually, wait, you know what bothers me? How did I know there was a French-Canadian War, French-English War, but how did Canada really gain a massive stretch of land? Excuse your raptor, but I'm asking you a question. In my dramatic voice.
Your dramatic voice. No, actually, how Canada gained sovereignty? Is that what you're asking?
Not sovereignty, I know how they gained sovereignty. It is more independence.
Yeah, they kind of asked for it. I mean, we proved ourselves in World War II. We were kind of like, hey, can we be our own country? And Britain was like, yeah.
Wait, I thought it was 1865 when you guys gained independence.
I don't fucking know, man. Do you think I really know my own history that well? I mean, like, yeah, they teach Canadian history in fucking history classes and shit in high school, but do you really think I retain that shit?
Probably, I mean...
Fuck no, I didn't!
Well, look at the right side. One day, when someone asks where you're from, you can say...
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. It has a leaf on it, that's all I know. I'm part of its military as well.
Sir, where are you from? I'd love to know where your lovely backpack comes from. It comes from a place, beaver and maple leaves and maple syrup and a lot of hockey. Seems to be kind of our thing. Oh, you're from Canada. Canada? The fuck is Canada?
I only know it as some village or land. What are you talking about?
I come from a little village named Canada. I mean, I don't really know what you're talking about here. Oh, it's that big country, you know, on top of America? There's a country on top of America? Yeah, well, if you live in Canada, you would totally know that. I mean, if you're from Canada, you should know that you're over America. I'm over what? That is, of course, the Canadian stoner, by the way, everyone.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's just, he's so high, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Now, my pretty little lovelies, before we sign off on this episode, I'm going to say...
I think we already signed off. We were too busy laughing.
Did we?